Have you ever heard of Goldilocks? Well, this story is a little different from the one you might remember. Let's dive into Goldilocks and the Cozy Community Café, a story about kindness, respect, and what it truly means to be a part of a community. Our story begins with a curious little girl named Andi. She loved exploring the woods behind her house, and one sunny morning, she stumbled upon something magical. Peeking through the trees, she saw the three bears, Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear, busier than ever. But they weren't just tidying up their cottage. They were hanging a sign that read, "The Cozy Community Café, all are welcome." And right there, helping them hang the sign, was a girl with golden curls. It was Goldilocks. Andi watched, fascinated. She remembered the old story of Goldilocks being a bit naughty, but this Goldilocks seemed different. She was carefully arranging acorn-capped teacups on a little wooden table. When Baby Bear came over with a fresh-baked berry muffin, Goldilocks didn't just grab it. Instead, she asked, "May I have a small bite to see if the flavor is just right for our first customer?" Mama Bear smiled warmly and said, "Of course, dear. Thank you for asking first." Andi saw how Goldilocks had learned a big lesson about respect. It wasn't about taking what you want. It was about asking and sharing. The grand opening of the Cozy Community Café was a huge success. Animals from all over the forest came to visit. A tiny field mouse scurried up, looking a bit shy. "Everything looks so big," he squeaked. Goldilocks knelt down. "What would be just right for you?" she asked gently. The mouse thought for a moment. A single sunflower seed and a drop of dew would be perfect. Goldilocks smiled and quickly prepared his tiny meal. Next, a big, lumbering badger came by. "I need something hearty to keep me going," he boomed. Goldilocks, remembering what Papa Bear liked, suggested a big bowl of nutty porridge with extra honey. "Just right," the badger declared after his first spoonful. Andi realized that just right meant something different for everyone, and Goldilocks was taking the time to understand each friend's needs. Suddenly, there was a little crash. While trying to serve a tall giraffe a leafy salad, Goldilocks accidentally tipped over a pitcher of berry juice. The bright red liquid splashed all over the clean, mossy floor. For a second, Goldilocks looked like she might cry, but then she took a deep breath. "Oh, my goodness! I am so sorry," she said to everyone. "That was my mistake, and I will clean it up right away." She didn't blame anyone else or try to hide it. She grabbed some soft leaves and a bucket of water and started scrubbing the floor until it was sparkling clean again. Papa Bear patted her on the shoulder. "Everyone makes mistakes, Goldilocks," he said kindly. "What matters is that you took responsibility and made it right." Andi watched from her hiding spot, and a big smile spread across her face. This was the most important lesson of all. As the sun began to set, the café wound down. The forest animals left with full bellies and happy hearts, all waving goodbye to Goldilocks and the bear family. Goldilocks was tired, but her face was glowing with happiness. She had spent the whole day not just serving food, but serving her community. She listened, she helped, she cared, and she took ownership of her actions. She wasn't just the girl who broke a chair anymore. She was Goldilocks, the kind and responsible friend who helped create a place where everyone felt welcome. Andi tiptoed back home, her heart full. She understood now. Being part of a community wasn't just about living in the same place. It was about actively making that place better for everyone. It was about asking before you take, like Goldilocks did with a muffin. It was about understanding that what is just right for you might not be just right for someone else, and that's okay. And most importantly, it was about admitting when you make a mistake and doing your best to fix it, just like Goldilocks did with the spilled juice. The next day, Andi decided to start her own cozy community project. She saw her elderly neighbor struggling to water her flowers, so she asked, "May I help you with that?" Her neighbor's face lit up. It was a small act, but it felt just right. Later, at school, she noticed a new student sitting alone at lunch. Instead of just watching, she went over and said, "Hi, I'm Andi. Would you like to sit with us?" Making a new friend felt just right too. Every time she chose kindness, respect, and responsibility, she felt like she was adding a little bit of magic to her own world, just like Goldilocks and the bears did at their wonderful calf. And so, the legend of Goldilocks changed. She became a symbol not of mischief, but of growth. A reminder that we can all learn from our past and choose to be better. We can all be the person who asks, who helps, who listens, and who says, "I'm sorry, let me fix it." We can all help build our own cozy community cafe wherever we are by making everyone feel like they belong. And that's a story worth telling over and over again. What do you think? What are some small ways you can help build a cozy community in your own life? Maybe it's sharing a toy with a sibling, helping your parents with a chore without being asked, or just giving a friend a smile when they look sad. Every little act of kindness matters. The world needs more people like the new Goldilocks, and more people like Andi, who learn from these wonderful stories and put their lessons into action. Thank you so much for joining me for this special story today. I hope it inspired you as much as it inspired me. Remember to always look for ways to be kind, respectful, and responsible. It's the secret ingredient to making everything in life feel just right. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure together. Until next time, keep reading and keep being amazing. Bye for now.